Nils, auf dich ist Verlass. Gute. Hello. Hello, hello. Kann man mich hören? Kann man mich sehen? Ist die Technik in Ordnung? Nils, auf dich ist Verlass. Brrr. Ich habe wieder ein paar Neuigkeiten eingebaut. Alles Taco. Nils, wenn ich dich hier schon da habe. Hello Mantis. Willkommen. Nils, Ariman, wie seriös sind wir mit dieser Anfrage? Weil ich habe neulich nochmal geguckt, so was für Commissions anstehen und so weiter. Und ich habe dich auf der Maybe-Liste. Ey! Grüß dich! Hello, hello! Hello, ihr Lieben. Ey, Ben! Super seriös. Gut, dann packe ich dich auf die super seriös Liste. Gig, gegrüßt ist geil. Stark. Wieder eine Abkürzung gelernt. Welcome to the stream. The other day, I will switch to English now. The other day I've seen some statistics about my viewership, and I know there are some Germans on Instagram, but here on Twitch I think it's 80% Germans. Hello, Nyok. Moin, Jeffy. Welcome, welcome. Look at this guy. I have this in the camera because I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. And what I would love to do is build this, because this is something I am very much looking forward to paint. I've seen this little fella. I mean, he's obviously the hero. I mean, who cares about this character model? But look at this little guy. And since I'm spending a lot of time with the little goblins, yes, Niels, your goblins. But it's such a complex project because I am dependent by so many different things. Let me tune this up a little bit brighter so you can actually see a little bit more. So as you can see, this is a sketch, but this mini is inside of the scene in such a complex surrounding. But I mean, yeah, if you see this guy, and if you see this guy, what I'm painting all the time, you kind of get a feeling of what I like. It's a little bit dirty, it's a little bit funny, it's not so serious. It's storytelling within a mini. He's got this little pot in there. It's amazing. Gig. Is Gig now the new thing? Did I miss something? Is this the new Dragon Lord? Wow, Dragon Lord in English actually sounds like a proper name. The new Drachenlord meme. In any case, I was traveling a lot on the weekend. I actually visited Taschengelddieb, which was super nice. I've been... ich kenne das sogar. Es ist Gastro ist geil. Gastro ist geil. Von René. Kenne ich doch. Braucht ihr mir den nichts zu erzählen hier in der deutschen Meme-Szene? I was visiting Taschengelddieb, so I got to meet the guys. I was on my way up, and while I was sitting in the car, my parents were driving. I was like, huh, this has to be somewhere close to the Taschengelddieb. So I actually visited them, had a look at their store, and so on. And by the way, in case you are sometimes shopping, I have updated all my discounts. So when you shop and type in the Chewie code, I feel like a horrible influencer now. But you do get some discounts, so it's a plus. And a special welcome to Dr. Decentloy, if I pronounce that correctly. Gumo, grüß dich. Wenn du ihn kennst, schau mal auf dein Handy. Oh, will ich das? Okay, so far to the intro. I have a new mat, and fun fact, maybe you can see it. I was building something today. Oh, there you can see it. Fun fact, like this does not go away anymore. The acetone glue actually dissolves the pattern. I think that's really funny. And as also another little thing. Oh, first of all, I will check my phone because I think Lenny has showed me something. And then I want to show you some of the projects that I have finished this week. Not here. I have actually disabled Discord because I am way too much on my phone and way too little at my painting desk concentrating. This is not it. Vip, vip, vip. Ah, there it is. Okay.
Hallo Lenny.
This is what I'm getting sent.
Hallo Lenny, hier G, grüß das geil.
Nein. Wow. Wurde das extra für dich aufgenommen? Ich bin begeistert. Big love. Thanks for the Prime abo. Much appreciated. A friendly reminder for everyone who has Prime. You can link your Twitch account with Prime. And I think it's $5, something like that. And you can renew it every month. It really helps. It does help. But to give you something worth your money, I will spoil you once more here on Twitch. You get to see my latest projects. And I finished 2 very cool projects because this was for a customer. Believe it or not, but this customer, I have sent him my prices and he said he rounded it upwards. He gave me more money as a free choice. This is extremely rare. I've never seen this happen before. And he said, take some extra time, make it extra cool. And let's make it a round number. So I wanted to make something special for him. And I will show you. It's 2 projects. I have shown you one of them last week already. But it is finished now. And obviously, let me prepare it with a nicer background because it needs a dark background. I have finished the 2 chaplain masters of the Raven Guard in this little diorama thing. And there's like this reactor in the background illuminating both of them. And it's basically a little mini diorama. I think it turned out really cool. I really like it because this guy is getting like this back silhouette and this guy is getting the bottom illumination. Hey, what's up, Chewie? Ryan Harris on YouTube. Welcome. Nice to see you. Yeah, so I'm super happy with how this turned out. Also, good evening to Randolph on YouTube. So this is my little teaser for you guys. You're going to get to see this firsthand here. I just finished it this morning, the final touches. Extremely happy. Let me zoom in a little bit because this is sharper. I'm very happy with the choice of the decals. Maybe some of you know where this is from. It's not from the original box. So this is not from the Raven Guard box. But there are many little details. Also this one with the green going into the red transition is something I really like. There's a lot of verdigris going on. So on the terrain, I actually like hey, LeafMint25, special welcome to the stream. Everyone who is a first-time chatter on the stream gets a special welcome. So special welcome. Yep, so the terrain is mostly true metallics, like with this brass with a little bit of verdigris. And I like that most of it is really dark since it's a Raven Guard theme. And the reactor, or this OSL thing, is the only light source. I'm very happy with how it turned out. I'm kind of sad that I have to give this one away. So this is one. And the other one is something that that I would just like to show you that I've also finished this morning. So this is a little dinosaur in a forest scene, and obviously all the branches are self-found. And also here I have tried to spend a little bit more time than I would usually do on this shield with this non-metallic approach, and I would like to draw your attention to a couple of subtle hue things. I will answer the verdigris question in a second, but for now, I would like to point out, maybe you notice, obviously this is the center of gravity for the brightest highlights. And I want you to look at the tones. It's very subtle, but you can see here they are more of orangey tones, and it's gently drifting into green tones. So down here, since the ground is green, there's a lot of green reflection actually going on. So also the bottom of the club is more greenish, and the inside of the skin I kept rather dark so that the non-metallics actually pop out more, and then there's a lot of orange going on. And I have to say, I'm very happy with the base too. I did some little experiments here and there, but overall it's nothing that you haven't seen before. It's a dinosaur in a jungle base or in a green base. But I would say it's properly done. I did not speed or rush this. This took a couple of hours of work, but that's fine. I'm very happy with the result, and this is good marketing. Speaking about the previous question of how I did the verdigris, that's very easy. It's very easy. It's one of the few Games Workshop products that I still use. It looks like verdigris already. Sticks and Honor! Hello, welcome to the stream, my friend. So, this was the main color for the verdigris effect. And then I also used a little bit of the Dirty Down. That's pretty much it. Pedro, look, sticks, self-found sticks. I finished a project. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. That's what I got finished. A lot of actually fine detail painting now, which I am not used to. But I have also, like I'm painting a lot of stuff that I could bring to Golden Demon, potentially. So at the moment, it seems like a high focus phase where I'm not speed painting too much. Which put me in the weird situation of, what am I going to paint today for the live stream? So I would like to ask you what you would like to see. I have the option to continue on this mini, but since it's supposed to be neat and nice, I can already tell you, if I paint this, it's going to be very slow progress. So you might not see any difference compared to where we are starting right now, which is unusual for how I usually paint in the stream. Or I also started on this lovely bust, which was a present, with an effect that I was inspired by Ben. Ben did this on another model, and I wanted to do a bust that looks more like a statue. So I actually did some chipping with gold underneath. So yeah, feel free to choose. Otherwise, a third option is assembly, because I really want to paint this model next. And special welcome to Nardsok. Welcome to the stream. Special welcome to you as a first-time chatter. Feel free to ask questions anytime. I'm happy to help. Otherwise, also absolutely fine to just hang in. Yes, this is already rather on the neat side, but there's still a lot to do. Like if you zoom in, I've been quite far on the feet and on this leg. The bones are still very sketched. The non-metallic gold is just a sketch. There's a lot to do. Like here you can see I've just blocked in the colors. Yeah, there's still a lot to do, but this is the colorway that I'm going for. Yeah. If you don't want to If you don't, if you don't care, I will probably paint the bust. That's something I would like to. Bro, I've gotten your Patreon because I'm so amazed by your paint jobs. Thanks a lot. I love hearing that. First of all, being amazed and inspired and making other people's paint more is fantastic, and also supporting on Patreon is also very fantastic. Thanks a lot. I've got a question for the Kroot skin. How do you highlight them? In what steps and what to keep in mind? I'm new to painting minis. That's a fantastic question. Actually, let me go and get the Kroots so it's easier to explain. Not many questions, just always nice to see your work. Trying to slowly get back into painting before my first class in a month. A lot of stress. Yeah, I mean, life always gets in the way, huh? Whose class are you taking? There are chances I might know them. So, first of all, about the Kroot skin. So, there's no right or wrong. The main thing I would like to point out is the skin is rather bright, pale, and the one of the tones that is dictating this a lot is something like a deck tan. So it's like a beige, off-white, gray, off-white color. And in the recesses here, there are two different tones, which is the reddish magenta stuff that you can see here, and also more of the blue purple stuff, which you can see a little bit here or here. So that's like the general approach. You can take many different ways to this type of result. You can either base coat everything with this bright deck tan coat, which I have done in this paint job. And then I have taken, if you have the Patreon, you know the listed colors. So I love the amethyst blue. And I will mix this with the deck tan 50-50. And then with a lot of water, put that into the recesses and glaze over those areas that I want more bluish. And about where I have chosen this, it's more about, let's say, soft skin joints. So kneecaps, or here the transition into these spike hairs, elbows, those type of things, mouth area, those type of things I like to do in this bluish tint. So on this doggo, for example, I've put this on top, and then I did a second doggo with the exact same method, where I use dragon blood instead of the amethyst blue. But it's always the same approach of having the bright color below, and then the one of the colors mixed into it 50-50. Ah, Mark Masklan's going to teach the class. Then you are probably going to Switzerland, into the castle, I assume. I'm assuming that because I also had tickets for that, but unfortunately I needed to cancel for a not so nice reason, but that's a different story. Hey, Fields. Hello. I hope that helps with the Kroot skin a little bit. I'm eager to start painting a little bit now, so I will jump into the bust, and I think I will start, since I mentioned the deck tan, I think I will start by actually adding some scratches. And maybe also some dark lines. Ooh, there's a nice sunset in the background. So I fucked up to begin with because I painted the darker one first. No, that's why I said there are many ways where you can go with this. So if you start with the darker color, then you will gradually need to mix in the brighter color. I just like painting it the other way around, because painting dark over a bright color is very easy, And the other way around, you might need to do a couple of rounds in order for it to make it really cover. But both way work. If you step away from thinking I did this wrong or I did this right, you might feel maybe a little bit more loosened up and a little bit more free in your painting process, and that's at the end of the day much more important than starting bright or starting dark. So I'm a big fan of not tightening up. Like, do whatever feels good to you. If you want to start dark, start dark. So do I mix the gradually brighter with water? Yes, always a drop of water, a little bit of water. I barely use pure paint. Like, the more water you add, the thinner the paint, the less it will cover. In the beginning of the process, I tend to use less water, and the later the project goes on, the more water I tend to use because I want to do details and thin and glaze. But if you're just getting started, I would always add a little bit of water and use the tissue like this so that the brush isn't like wet. Like, you want it to be moist but not dripping of water. Special welcome to the stream to Destromination. Nice that you are texting. Welcome to the stream. Some people to start with the midtone and work their way up and down for highlights and shadows. Yes, absolutely right. That's like the middle way. You can use a tone that's somewhere in between, and you can use a little bit darker and a little bit brighter to go in both directions. It's a matter of taste. There is, as mentioned, there's no right or wrong. Do what feels natural to you. Test each way, and then your brain will tell you which one you like. Greetings, sir. Any chance you have painted Sentinel from the Astra there? Looking for inspiration. I did paint Minkalesk from the Astra, but not too much. Not too much Astra yet. I have a cool project planned for the Astra. I might have a sketch if you're interested, but actually I'm looking forward to start painting now. And that's one of those projects that I want to keep secret until I actually start it. All right. So what I want to do now is do some scratches and amplify what the Crackle paint has already done. And just give a little bit of color variation by adding a dark tone here. And then I will do the same with a bright tone. So there's a little bit of brown, black. Your tanks are already a great inspiration for tanks. Thanks. Yes, tanks and vehicles is what I do love a lot. So those are what I have done mainly for Astra stuff. I'm looking at a project that might involve epic scale again. Which is crazy because the last time I did an epic scale, I remember myself saying that I will never paint epic scale again. But it is very tempting because you can showcase large dioramas in a okay-ish time. I mean, I prefer painting larger scales, but the project that I have in mind would take 7 years of my life if I would build it in a regular scale. So I'm looking into epic scale again. But yeah, if you're following along, you know how fast and easy ideas come to me, and how difficult and how little of those projects and ideas I actually put into practice and put into reality. It's a lot. I try, at the moment, my main focus of my work is to not be stressed, because this is what I love, and I don't want to be stressed by what I love. But at the same time, being a self-employed artist comes with a lot of stuff that I didn't sign up for, like taxes and tracking my income and outcome, blah, 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 and writing invoices and doing a lot of organizational things, doing my website with an online ticket shop and so on. Just like stuff that isn't painting. So it's very easy to get lost in those type of things. So lately there have been many days where I get up, I paint it for an hour, then I go to the PC to just quickly do one thing, and bloop, it's 8 o'clock in the evening. It's ridiculous lately, but that's why I say I try to not get stressed so much. This is cool. I like where this is going, by the way. With these little cracks and lines and veins. I overdid it a bit on my tanks with a crackle medium. Like, I'm going to use your approach to improve on mine. Yeah, it's very easy to overdo weathering. That's why I always mention like test first. Maybe you've seen one of the videos where I said do it on the tank belly first in order to see how much medium is too much. But yeah, you'll get there. I didn't nail my first tank either. When I started on my Solar Auxilia, I immediately got lost in the size and tried to use 7+ colors on a single figure, which is a bit too much. Yeah, I get that. Nice. 50 minis painted and over 500 assembled. I wish I had that many assembled minis. Lenny, how was this event? Was it what was it called? The Red Lion or something like that? Isn't that also like a drum and bass like radio thing? Little Red Lion, Bomberklat. Hey Metos, welcome on YouTube. Hello. I got a full Tau army and I'm straight up scared to paint. Oh, that's the biggest enemy of any of us. Like, being scared to paint is the worst. Don't be scared. You just gotta get a start, and then the start of a project is actually my favorite part. Maybe I can convince you. Hear me up. Jungle is massive. Yeah. There you go. I knew it. Listen up. Following thoughts to the start of a project. The start of a project is, in my opinion, the best part of a project because it's where you can truly be creative. Please consider not doing the box art, and instead you can have a look at references that you like. Maybe from a different universe. Maybe it's from Star Wars. Maybe from the latest movie you've seen. Maybe you've seen a sci-fi movie with mechs. Maybe you've looked at some artworks from Gunpla. I'm never sure how to pronounce it. Gunpla? You know it. The Asian robots. And maybe you've seen something that you really like. And then the beginning of a project is the chance to translate what you personally really like and put it into your very own personal project. In that moment, you make this army your individual project. And I think that is what drives us being happy at the end of a project. this as a little TED talk. That's at least how I see it, and that what gives me a lot of drive at the beginning of a project. So with the Gene Stealer, for example, with the Gene Stealer project, I really enjoyed thinking about a color scheme that I haven't seen before and that I'm going to be looking forward to paint. And I ended up with a concept where I thought, Gene Stealers are half Tyranids and half Imperial. So I decided for bases which are half Tyranid and half Imperial. So there are a lot of Imperial bits and a lot of alien infested tentacles and fluorescent plants and those kind of things going on the bases. And now this is my very individual project, and I haven't seen anyone do something like this in that direction, driving me to pursue the project. Very much looking forward to it. Man kopiert einfach Chewie und die Frau fragt, warum der Typ ständig das Color Scheme klaut. Ja, genau. Oder du machst es so. Ganz genau. But to win a golden demon, it's better to paint like the box art, or doesn't that matter? I would have to disagree, and I would rather sum it up in the quality of the paint job is important. You don't have to paint like the box art, but many people who are fascinated by Golden Demon are fascinated by the style, and it's taking away a lot of thinking process, which some people like, and it's absolutely fine. But you can see a lot of people winning Golden Demon with not the box art. So I would not say that you have to paint like the box art to win a Golden Demon. You have to be very accurate and you have to be extremely precise to win a Golden Demon, but you don't have to paint like the box art. Speaking of the drum and bass stuff that we just talked about, there's a video in my feed popping up like many times. Maybe some of you have seen it. I think it's one of the most funny things. It's like, oh, I can't hit my protein goals. And then they just show like 50 Chicken McNuggets and someone does the best voice over it ever. Like, destroying 50 chicken nuggets, Boba Clot. It's fantastic. It might be just my type of humor, but I wanted to mention it. Yeah, I'm not liking where this big thing is going. Let me clear this up a little bit better. Yep. I'm checking out that now. I'm not sure what you have to type in to find that. Probably something like protein goals, 50 chicken McNuggets, Bomberclad. I love the internet. I also love German memes. I love German memes, and showing them to my sister on the weekend was very, very fun. Because she's familiar with many, but then it's so nice when you find stuff the other person doesn't know yet. Then it's extremely fun and fantastic. Like Dragonlord, for example. She's not very familiar with Drachenlord. Bildungslücke. This is too much. This is very dangerous because there's no way back. Protein, gold, chicken nuggets, nailed it. Perfect. I'm just using the most powerful tool in mini painting to get rid of this. The mighty toothbrush. Toothpick. Yeah, these were too thick. I don't like them. It has to be a little bit more decent. And also, just let me test how the brighter parts look. Nils, was macht denn deine zwei Combat Patrol Boxen? Let's see where this is going with the bright. Yeah. The problem with painted on weathering effects next to actual weathering effects is that you never nail the scale. The chipping medium is just too accurate. And it will always expose your, in this case, my shitty lines as being painted, and the rest looks realistic. But it's a very cool sculpt. It's from Asa. She's been in the stream a couple weeks ago. Feel free to check out her work. She does a lot of very cool sculpts. I still feel like the black is too much, especially in the center. Hab kein Leben mehr, gerade pennt die Kleine auf mir, somit kein Hobby möglich. Das ist in Ordnung. Dafür hast du die Kleine. Beide noch im Aufbau. You mentioned earlier that the Verdigris paint was one of the only Games Workshop products you still use. Any reason you avoid Games Workshop products, or just a preference, or any other brand type for your work? Very, very easy reason. I'm an AK fanboy all the way. For multiple reasons. One, the type of packaging, like the box where the paint is in, is just superior. This needs no brush to be put on the palette. I just go bloop and it's on the palette. 1 second. This I need to open. The chances of me spilling this is very high, and I need a brush to get it out of here and onto the palette. It's just more work. It's the shittier packaging design. This is the superior dropper bottle. Reason 2, the consistency. No matter which paint I pick from AK, the consistency is always the same. And that's why I always also like to recommend it to other painters, because, especially beginners, you have a very reliable product. And that's just fantastic and fun to work with. And the other reason is it's cheaper. So there's no reason for me to stick to Games Workshop colors. And one by one, I have sorted them out. That's why in all my tutorials, you will find 90% AK products. And I'm a happy ambassador for AK. I truly believe in their products, and I actually visited the facility of where they produce their paints, and I got a chance to see their factory, and they've been very nice to me. They're supporting my work. They're supplying me with products. I get to test products, give my opinion, and review them. So it's been a really nice partnership. So I'm happy to advertise it. Completely agree. The only thing I don't like about AK is that the paint gets trapped in their weird cap lining. It's hard to clean it out of that little X in the top of their bottle caps. That usually never happens to me. I usually shake and then let them stand, and then it just drips in there. But I've seen people have this as an issue. Yeah. AK hat dich auch voll im Griff. Na also, dann haben wir doch hier alles richtig gemacht. Very monochrome look. So I will use the brighter colors in order to highlight this, but let me also add a little bit of a yellowish touch. So this is the only thing that I don't like, is that sometimes the dropper bottles dry, but then that's another reason for the mighty toothpick. And let me also put some color variety onto the palette so I can actually finish the plinth. Same, tried AK acrylics, thanks to you. Now I have more than I'll ever use. I think it's been like we both have been influencing each other with this. Actually, let me put some white gray on here. I've just ordered some new oils because I realized I don't have a lot of magenta and skin tone oils, so I have changed that now. And actually I want some reddish hue up here. Okay, now I'm all set. Another round of 50 Shades of Grey. Too many grays on my palette now. Let's brighten that up. I'm curious how this will feel like at the end. I'm still missing something here. It's an experiment. Like I always preach, do some experiments, and this is one of the said experiments. Also for myself, to not get too much stuck in always the same. And this is definitely something I have not seen before. But yeah, sometimes there's also a reason why you haven't seen stuff before. So yeah, I will see where this is going. Fredo, is there an AK color set with like 50 paints where you would say that's pretty much all you need? Good question. Let me put it like that. I've been saying this in the stream now quite many times, and I'm not allowed to give any information, but let's just say in a couple of months or maybe in a couple of weeks, from my side, everything is set. There might be a set coming out with the best colors from AK, but who knows, huh? Who knows? I'm just saying I would wait and then you will be rewarded. And in this hypothetical scenario, it will be less than 50 colors. More like 18 probably. A hypothetical set. That's right. I mean, if there would be a hypothetical set, this hypothetical set would probably be announced on my Patreon, and to this hypothetical set there will probably be also a hypothetical tutorial and a hypothetical 10% discount. Man, I'm not good at keeping secrets. What you gonna do? But people have been asking a lot about a set that I recommend, so I'm really starving for this to happen. Like I've done everything I needed to do in November. It's like 6 months ago. It takes forever. Ist das der erste Paintjob jemals von dir ohne Dragonblood? This might be the first paintjob I ever do without Dragonblood, yes. You are watching history. This is feeling good. Like I'm exploring this a lot. Is it a color punch color, right? The Dragon Blood, yes, it's a color punch color. And it's one of those that would be in a hypothetical set. I will stop talking about this. Don't ask me any further about questions. About colors. Don't tempt me. Yes, okay. I just realized, like, this is nice. During this, during exploring this bust, I just realized, instead of going into the black lines right away, it's more important to actually, for visual interest, to work on the volumes first. And what by speaking about the volumes, I mean stuff like this, like giving a little bit of life to the shoulders, the boobies, but like working out the shapes and the forms. Also in the hair. So I'm trying to work around the gold. But other than that, I'm trying to highlight a little bit. This is creating the visual impact that I was missing a little bit in the beginning. And what I'm also missing is a little bit of brownish sandy tones. Oh yes, there we go. Can you explain how you do these highlights now for stupid like me? Sure, buddy. So, this is my palette right now. So what I am doing right now is I'm checking which is the base color, which is, if you look, something here, probably a little bit brighter. And then I grab a brighter color, I mix it in. And then as you can see I've added a little bit of water so that the consistency is rather thin. You can test it on your thumb before. And then without a lot of pressure, I am working on the volume highlights by doing multiple passes. Thin, I'm painting thin, so think of it like painting in Paint or in Photoshop with just like 50% opacity. So when I pass over the same area for a second time, then I reach the 100% of opacity. And by layering these up, so first I'm going over everything once, and then with the second coat I'm giving it the full opacity. And by just touching a little bit less of the areas, I'm gradually building up. And if you are asking about where to set the highlights, I've actually just for the last weekend's beginner workshop, I've just put together a guide, a detailed guide on where do you actually put your highlights. And I think it might be one of the best guides I ever did because it's extremely beginner friendly. It's like starting by 0. Like you don't have to know anything before that. And I'm really going into looking into the geometry of shapes and geometry and buildup of surfaces. And I tried to keep it as general as possible so that you can transfer it to any mini. That was the goal. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I don't say this often about guides, but this is something I will probably show in every workshop that I'm going to give. So yeah, if you're interested in that, the Patreon link is down below. And it should be the latest post, or maybe you just have to scroll down once and you will find it. Okay, now I want to add a little bit of this beige for the horns, just for that. It's interesting. Now there's a little bit of, can you see this? There's a little bit of yellow in this one compared to this one. And it's already concurring with the gold. Since the gold is a yellow orangey tone per se. I think that's very interesting. Let's darken this to the edges. I don't like it this super bright way. I want the horns to be horny. Achtung, dad joke. Okay. Slowly. Actually, this is a tricky part. I need to stick to keeping it dark up there because it's under the horn. Just a little bit of highlight. Ben, 26. Hobbytag malen. Ich habe dir geschrieben, du hast nicht geantwortet. Deswegen hier der friendly reminder. Okay. Happy to catch your stream. How did you achieve that flacking gold effect? Hello. Thanks for your question over on YouTube. I hope it's not too long ago. I have been a little bit busy painting. The gold effect. I first painted the entire mini in gold, and then I did some chipping medium onto it and chipped it away. So vehicle painting techniques for painting minis. Isn't that fantastic? Ich finde das neue Shadow of Intent sehr angenehm. Lamp of God hat ein neues Album? Damn. I did not know Lamp of God was still making music. I'll be very honest with you. I thought they retired a long time ago. But mainly because it was music that I was listening to when I was very young. So I was just like stupidly assuming. Well, probably they are gone. But also the other day someone said that Korn is touring again. I was very surprised. I had no idea. Apparently it's Architects and Korn coming to Munich. Let's pump up the highlights a little bit more. So I've been focusing a lot on this then, yeah. This and this. Shitty painting handle. Okay. I realize I'm thinking a lot while painting. Like, do I like this? I'm constantly checking. So, whenever I'm thinking while painting, I turn quiet. I'm sorry for that. But actually, it's a part of the painting process I really enjoy. It's like actually actively thinking about where to place paints, what I like, what I don't like. It's not a very brain dead paint job since it's an experiment. I'm putting colors, checking with my eye. Do I like it? Do I don't like it? Continue, not continue. I'm very active, although I'm very quiet. I'm sorry for that. That's why I chose commissions in the past for the stream. Because there, I have a fixed color scheme and it's just straightforward. Very straightforward. But the Blood Angels project, thank God, is over now. But yes, in the next couple of streams, I will be preparing the Gene Stealer projects. Little break. What's the next best thing to the chipping medium method? I have an army project that has the effect in mind, but can't fathom doing that on so many models. Oh, it's a super fast approach. If you have an airbrush, it's and then you do it with water. There isn't anything that's comparable. I mean, you can do the ghetto chipping, which I've been preaching. If you have this product, I have found something that is like chipping, but it is ghetto chipping. So it's like only one step, and then you paint on top. But if you're looking for a one-trick pony, if you want this realistic chipping effect, you have to do multiple steps. There's no shortcut, and that's okay. Some paintings, I'm a big fan of painting efficient and fast, but if you want certain effects, you have to do the multiple layers. Water and sand. True, the sand approach, but then you have to... you also have to do multiple phases. Like, you have to apply the sand, and you have to get rid of it. I love how all the old school wargaming techniques are now, like from the scale model world, are now slowly jumping into the Warhammer world. I really like that. Oh, outside the birds are singing again. I have to open the window. It's just too wholesome. Oh. Can you hear it? Probably not. Hey Florian! Hallo Flo! Willkommen auf YouTube. You want to try the dirty down chipping on the Kroot. I'm very much looking forward to see that. And by the way, Flo, who is watching on YouTube, this is a bust I got at the Bamble Cup, and Flo was my travel companion at the Bamble Cup. Maybe you remember this was a sculpt from Asa. The only thing I took back home from Bamble because I didn't want to buy anything. Too many projects in the pipeline. Hey, Volker! Ach, fährst du zweigleisig oder was? Yes, I'm streaming again on YouTube and on Twitch. I mean, Twitch is kind of feels like it's more made for streaming, but since I am trying to post fairly regular on YouTube, and make YouTube a little bit bigger, because I'll be fully honest, I don't think there will be a lot of Instagram in the future. If I say future, I'm talking about the next couple of years, like not anywhere close, but I'm not a huge fan of the long format stuff just for the reason of editing effort. So whenever I do a YouTube video, it's basically a week of work with the painting. So I need to paint the model, I need to record it, I need to go through all the footage, I need to do the voiceover, I need to do the color up, I need to do the music choice. It's so much work! And then 200 people view it and no one gives a shit. It's really tough. And I feel like the way I can produce content is much easier for the fast pace of Instagram. But at the same time, I don't like Instagram because of obvious reasons. And there are similar things are going on. So I want to do more YouTube just because I feel like it's the platform with the bigger future reliability. And I just feel like Instagram, people are getting fatigued. There's so much AI slop going on. You see all the same stuff all the time. And the interaction of people on Instagram is dropping. I don't think we will be using Instagram in 10 years. So, in order to counter that and still stay alive as a content creator and miniature painter, I'm trying to also put in the work for YouTube. And that's why I'm also streaming on YouTube. Interesting thesis. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I mean, I'm just guessing. We are all addicted by our smartphones, so there will be some type of platform. I personally just don't believe it's going to be Instagram because it's moving so hardcore towards advertisement and money, and like I would not wonder if Instagram would introduce a subscription based oh, now you have to pay for the app whether you like it or not, after they all made us addicted after all these years of using it. So I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow I'd wake up and one of these guys go like, oh yeah, you have to pay now. It's just $2 per month. But don't you worry. I'm pretty sure that might happen one day, and that's the feeling I'm getting from that platform. So, yeah. Cool. IG stinks. I think it offers a ton of negative for what you get out of it. I think it's great for discovering a new artist or style, but the reward for getting you scrolling is just like the little dopamine hit, and then you keep scrolling for the next one. Yep, exactly. That's nailing it. Long format is tougher to produce, but for gaining something from consuming it, you tend to get more from it. I fully agree. I wish I would be faster in producing it. And every time I start doing a new video for YouTube, I'm like, oh, this is fairly quick. Like, oh, this is okay. This isn't taking as long as last time. And then I get lost in the details every time. But yeah, it's probably, I'm also not as consistent with YouTube. One, because the amount of time to put in there is more. And second, I only have 24 hours in my day. So I think being a YouTube content creator for me feels like a full-time job. Nils ist offended. Warum bist du offended, Nils? Habe ich wieder ein Chewie-Geräusch vergessen? Brrr. Brrr. That's for the next 10 Raws. Prophylacte. Yeah, that's the thing. If you can't just throw out content like you can with the short stuff, and then you spend more time producing it for less gain on your side. So it's got to be very hard, you know, that's going views and generate income to support you. Yes, exactly. And the thing is, I feel like how our brains, also mine, I'm not blaming anyone. I can see it on myself, like how our human brains work is with curiosity. So in order for YouTube to work, you need to have something that is causing people to click on the video. And this is often seen in form of, that's why the title of the stream is so funny today, with, oh, this painting technique will change your life. Without these 3 tips, you will never be the same person again. Blah, blah, blah. I hate it. I hate it so much. And that's why on a regular basis, I love putting up these titles here on Twitch. It's Tuesday. Hey, Hive Market Minis. Hello, hello. We're in the middle of fantastic clickbait titles once again. You won't believe what this kit bashing mastermind has done. Click here to see Hive Market Mini's latest kit bash. Did you like that? Do this if you want to win a golden demon. Very good. Very good. So yeah, that's a little bit what you have to do, I feel, what you have to do on YouTube. And I refuse to do so. I just feel like like that's not me. I don't want to do it, and I don't do it, and that's why my videos usually aren't like highly performing. I did go a little bit crazy on a thumbnail once, and that's my most successful video. So yeah. But I'm also not forgetting other people are doing great videos, and it's just worth watching other stuff more or two. So it's not I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's everyone else's fault. But there's just like a lot of good content also out there. So I fully understand why some things work and others don't. But yeah, I try my best. Here and there, I'll treat people with a free video. I'm actually producing one right now. So yeah, there will be a new video probably within the next 2 weeks. Hello, welcome to the stream, Musken VTF. Special welcome to everyone who's a first-time chatter. So let me read this fantastic clickbait title. The ultimate tip to paint better than a Slayer Sword winner. Yes, even better. Yes, superlatives. Everything has to be a superlative. If you watch a Squidma video these days, it's always the most amazing, the best. There's nothing coming after that. So it's something that per se I think can't be. Like, always the newest video is the best, even better than Slayer Sword, faster, higher, blah, 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 blah. I hate it. Yeah, enough rage. Feel free to drop your favorite clickbait title, and I will do my best to impersonate it. This is a statue. Yeah, I'm making it a statue. I think it's still way too busy, but it's an experiment. I wanted to see where this could be going, and I just realized all of this is way too much, so I will get rid of it again when looking at it from a big picture. Yeah, I'm not too fond of the overall result yet, but it's not done. I basically just started working on it, so give me some time. I wanted it. It can be a statue if you want it to be a statue, but it could also be just like a fantasy character that has the superpower to turn into stone. I don't know. I also feel like it would have been extremely smart to do what I am doing right now and then chip the paint off. Dragon Blood has been used by this community as a meme so often now that you guys know the exact product number, or was this just a random number? Okay, I need to go in here with sharper, stronger highlights. Wherever I do this, I like it a lot. So that's what I'm doing now. I think it just adds overall definition. It's the correct one. Nice. It's that number, alright. I feel like AK should be paying you a salary by now. Als würden wir zum zweitklassischen Meme. Head of Marketing Central Europe. I'm really curious, like I still don't know how many people have used my 10% AK code. Like I'm asking them on a regular basis because I'm curious. And one day I will find out. I'm really curious what this number is. Like how many people actually used the minus 10% code to get the AK products for a better price. Ups, nope. Kommando zurück, das machen wir hier nicht. So this is one of the areas I try to keep dark. If everything is bright, nothing is bright. So I'm keeping this area dark on purpose. Just like down here. And then feathering it out. Oh yes, this is helping a lot. This is helping a ton. Glazing in some browns to tone this down. And now I will actually this is much better. My local store owner is retiring, so you're having a big sale. I'd pick up a lot of discounted AK due to a certain streamer over here. The AK sends their regards. Zero. Gleich mal rein in die Prozente. Sehr gut. Die Prozente sind ganz oben angeheftet bei Patreon. It's hard. Chewie used it. Chewie use it? I don't get it. I don't understand. I also don't understand the zero. I'm going to have to buy a few different AK paints at some point. Where's your code used at? Yes, it's inside of my Patreon. So it's one of the offers for patrons, because usually, like, if you pay $10 for 1 month of Patreon, usually I like to say that even if you're not sure, you can join in. You buy like stuff for $100 at AK and you save those 10%. That's the patron fee, basically. That's how I like to see it, because then it's not like as heavy. I'm going to copy BB Miniature's Castellix video as closely as I can, and he used several AK paints in it. Nice. Tempted, but I will wait to use the code for a hypothetical 15 Shades of Dragon Blood package. Nice. Someone listened. Very good. Very good. I mean, it's used on the AK website itself. Yes, it's for the AK website. It's a 10% from AK themselves. So with third-party sellers and that discount codes for those, it's better, isn't it? Yes, for other sellers, probably. I mean, if you're looking for discount codes, I have all of them linked below. So for Taschengelddieb and PK Pro and AK is on Patreon. You're worth a $10. Thanks, mate. Much appreciated. I really, as you know, I really struggle. It doesn't sound like it, since I've been doing a lot of self-promotion right here, right now, on the spot, but I really struggle with self-promotion. I'm slowly learning that it's part of the deal, which is fine, but I'd rather shut up about those topics, but it's important for me to keep going. Everything that's passive is a huge help. I'm learning that I cannot calculate how I used to do calculations when I started this thing. When I started, I calculated with how long does this take and which hourly rate am I kind of okayish with getting for that. And I learned that most of my day I do things that do not generate money, like writing invoices, checking my website, doing customer relationships with asking or answering questions from customers like, hey, can I get this commissioned? Hey, how much would this cost? Blah, blah, blah. All of this is free. So I have to calculate my prices with all of this type of stuff included. That's my main learning after 1.5 years of Chewie, that it's okay for me to be a little bit more expensive in some points and not charge the bare minimum that I need to survive, because otherwise the math doesn't work out. And the other thing is that anything that generates money passively is so important, and that's why I'm pushing and doing so much for Patreon. And that's why for so many artists, Patreon is very, very important. I'm pretty sure any other artist would agree. Be it Patreon or Ko-fi, you name it. But anything where I have uploaded a video 1 year ago and it's still relevant today for someone who is starting out with the hobby, if they join the Patreon, the video I did for 1 year ago is still relevant. And this type of stuff is important, because otherwise I'm always chasing my time and I'm always being stressed by having not enough time for everything. This as a little summary. Peak chat today. Hey, Alice Paints, welcome to the stream. Just wanted to say hi. Have a Autopanne. Oh damn! I'm sorry to hear that. What's Autopanne in English? You're really good at what you do. I was looking through some of your videos and I am seriously impressed. Just wanted to say that. Thanks so much, music time MP3 over on YouTube. That means a lot. Really much appreciated. I'm trying to showcase some of the stuff on YouTube, but yeah, it's painting under a camera is still not coming very natural to me. I'm still, like, right now I'm painting, it feels like I'm painting like this, plus with my left hand, because I need to check that the camera's up here. If I'm painting alone, I'd be probably painting like this, and I would not be talking. So, someone did the dad joke that I was hoping for. Autopanne is car pan. Thank you. Yes. You can stay. We are on the same dad level joke. Autopanne is Autopan. Carpan. Ach, endlich versteht mich jemand. War einfach ein Elfer und ich wollte gucken, wer den verwandelt. Herzlichen Glückwunsch, Dr. Decent Loy. However you pronounce that. I also missed another couple of questions over on YouTube. Have you seen what Sergio Calvo did recently on his video titles? I have not seen that, but I assume it's automated translation, because that's something I think he does quite a lot. And also a question from Schnauzer19, which is a fantastic nickname. What are your favorite Age of Sigmar factions or army? That's a really good question, and that's something I would like to take some time for, as a little break for in between. Are you still there, Schnauzer? Or am I just like taking time now and you're already gone again? He did AI responses on comments. Well, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's not cool. If he really did that, that's not cool. I hope Schnauzer is still there, because that's a question that I am actually very much interested in. And in order to answer that, whether you are there or not, let's do it like this. No, it's very recently GD drummer. He outright lied and said he won at Golden Demon and people called him out for it. Oh, damn. Well, yeah, I mean, we talked about this in the car. Sergio Calvo, I think, is one of the Spanish painters that's, like, not known for being, like, very popular in the scene. Let's put it that way. Anyways, I think he has a extremely interesting take on miniature painting. Okay, talking about my favorite factions on Age of Sigmar. First of all, I decided this last week. I will do my commissions that are in the line right now, but any further requests, I will only accept Age of Sigmar models. I really, really, really want to paint more Warhammer Age of Sigmar. And because I never post Age of Sigmar, because no one is commissioning me with Age of Sigmar, I'm in this infinite loop of forever painting only 40k. So in order to break out of that, starting probably 2027, I will only accept Age of Sigmar commissions for a start. Just like, I will not stop doing 40k. I just want to start doing some AOS. Like this thing I painted here, I think is the first AOS commission I did in a really long time. Really long time. But I'm very happy with how it turned out. And Seraphon, for example, are very high up in the ranks of what I like. So, if I remember correctly, isn't there, like, if I do this on the browser, there's on the side, like, all the factions, because I wanted this as an overview. Age of Sigmar. Okay, so they only have this. Let's, where can I change this to? Here. I want it in English. Okay, Age of Sigmar. Okay, so we have Order, Death, Chaos, and Destructions. Those are the overall ones. Let's have a look at the order. So, there are the cities of Sigmar. Hey, Cryo, what's up? Good to see you. It's funny, Cryo is over on Twitch and Flo is over on YouTube. So now we have the car fully assembled. And by the way, Cryo, I love what you are working on right now. I absolutely love it. And I feel like it's being seen by the community a lot. And people are fascinated by your style. It's like just Cryo style in the 40k stuff. It's fantastic. I really love the project, and it's fantastic to see the updates and seeing it come together. In case you haven't seen, go check out Cryo. He is doing a lot of streaming and live painting, but also posting on Instagram. So go check him out. And we are not window shopping, but I got asked which is my favorite faction in AOS. So in order to check... oh, by the way, I'm getting fun messages in this group. Did you see the name of the group? Oper durch Europa. Fantastic. It's my dad. He's doing a bike tour from Portugal over to France. It's ridiculous. It's so fantastic. And he just started. And the name of the group is just really good. Oper durch Europa. Anyways, back to the topic. Cities of Sigmar. Okay. So, okay, this is the new set that's soon going to be released. There are many models that I like. And I have a duel planned in this category with mini... Oh, also this is one of my... This is in my S tier wanna-dos of minis that I want to do. So, yes, I would say an 8 out of 10 of how I like this. Then, how can I go back to... Okay, I need to go back all the way. Really? No. Okay. I will not go into depth that much for all of them. Daughters of Cain, I don't like. Fire Slayers, I hate. -10. I hate it. Hate it. But that's mainly because I hate dwarves. And it's too high fantasy for me. I have no idea what you guys are. Yeah, also, like, this is a cool model. But the rest, it's also too... Yeah. This is a cool model. I have this one on my wanna-do list. I've never seen this painted. Fire Slayers made dwarves even worse. I agree. Yeah, so basically, as a start, every Warhammer Age of Sigmar large model is fantastic. every big model is cool. It's that easy. No matter which faction, all the big models are cool. Kahedron Overlords, I've actually painted an army commission for a good friend. They are okay dwarves, but for me personally, not my favorite faction. Got to go, but I'll watch the rest of the catch-up on the iOS models. Would love to see you paint some. No worries. Ja, Schnauzer ist noch da, aber geht jetzt. Yeah, I mean, I'm always a little bit dependent on what people commission me, so I hope that I will get a little bit more commissioned on Warhammer stuff. Lumineth, cool, but also not my first choice. But second, maybe. Those are the trees, right? No, those are the high elves. Aren't the trees also... I thought those were the trees. Yeah, I don't like these too much. What are the trees called? Sylvaneth. Sylvaneth is something that I would paint, but not my first choice. Mehr Dinos, welcome to the stream. Inima. Leah, is that you? Might be. Yes, I'm still need to paint Festus of the Leech Lord and Vizek. I have no idea what those models are. I've never heard of them. Stormcast Eternals, boring. Xeraphon, obviously, this is one of my first choice. Like Leah said, Leah loved assembling dinosaurs, especially the big ones. And there are many, 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 many cool models on my wish list. S tier wish list is, where's the model? Is this model? I've seen this painted at Bamble Cup, and I was really impressed by the model because there's a second option. Like you can, like with this head, the model gets a totally different feeling. Oh my god, you don't know Vizik? I probably know him. Let me... Vizik... Oh yes, fantastic model. I had no idea it's called that way, but yes, fantastic model. I would paint that in a blink of an eye. No questions asked. Okay, let's have a look at the death stuff. Gravelords. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, cool model, all the big stuff, all the monsters, cool model, but the rest, that's just like straight up skeleton stuff. Cool model, very cool model. I can see, imagine this as a 40k conversion. Just taking this mini out, maybe sculpting a little bit of this and putting in Mortarion. It's a very cool skull. For how old it is, it holds up. Wait, Vizik is old. Guten Abend, Heroic Brush, and welcome, Tim. Welcome to the stream. Which are your new projects on the horizon? Matzinger is asking on YouTube. One of my projects I just finished. So this is a project that I can preview. I finished this commission, which was a Raven Guard commission, which I think is a fantastic thing to commission, to just say, hey, look, just both chapter masters, go ahead. So this was my latest project, and now on the horizon, there's a lot of, I will be assembling and painting a lot of Gene Stealers, and then I have some Rotigus commission coming up. I have a Smaug as a commission coming up. So a lot of projects, but I would love to also let's keep looking. It's always fun to browse the Warhammer website. Let's keep looking. So yeah, these have cool models, but the straight up skeleton stuff is not so interesting to me. New Bone Reapers, who are you? Okay, just same. Also skeletons. Boring, I don't like it. What have we got? Nighthaunt. Those have cool models, but I feel like they always look the same. I'd love getting this as a commission just in order to do something completely new. Just thinking out loud, you see these many times with exactly this color scheme. One extreme color transitions. So my thought would be putting them into a desert theme, like only beige colors and sand bases, and having them only in muted tones, only beige, dark browns, yellow, warm reds, so like an earth look, because that's something I haven't seen on these. That's something I'd love to experiment on, because they always look very ghostly. Yeah, just thinking loud. That's the type of stuff I think I love thinking about, like at the start of a project. Okay, what else have we got? Flesh Eaters, that's... I have painted... I've actually painted more AOS than I was aware of. This is such a cool model. I love this model. A friend of mine is painting this at the moment. It's really cool. I still have to paint about 55 Legions Imperialis models in the next couple days. That sounds like a tough schedule. And until Saturday, to be exact. Well, Knackig Brot, da hast du dir was vorgenommen auf jeden Fall. I hate Bone Reapers so much and Night Haunters too. I want to paint AOS, hated everything but Seraphon. That's not true. I want to paint AOS big models. Not even sand fixes them, and I love sand. You're basically reverse Anakin. I love sand sounds like something people would say to Anakin to get rid of him. Okay, we are done with the armies of death. What else have we got? Chaos. I think it's safe to... No, I only want to skip chaos at 40k. Here, slaves to darkness. Meh, hate it already. Don't have to go any further into this. Skaven, very cool. I would paint Skaven anytime, especially because everyone is painting them with green OSL, and I would love to do something different. I would love to do a medieval pest theme for Skaven. Like, when I see this, I immediately think of, like old castles, sicknesses within the castle, rats as a transporter of diseases. So I would probably like to make them less fantasy and more realistic. Or on the other side, make them... Yeah, this is... I mean, I know this model. I would also like to make them very clean, because you always see them extremely dirty, and I'd love to make them like with white clothes, for example, just as a thinking loud, as an option to the opposite of what you always see. Ich hasse Skaven. Magenta OSL Skaven. Well, yeah, sounds good. Hey, Raccoon, welcome to the stream. Maggots of Nurgle. I mean, they have gotten so many fantastic models recently. I mean, this... Love it. Love it, love it, love it. This is actually one of the commissions I have in the pipeline. I will be doing a big Rotigus with a lot of conversions. So they... Also this. I think this is just like... These type of models are... I would say they are the Tyranids of AOS. I know there is a Nurgle correspondence in 40k. Don't point that out, please. But why I am mentioning this is because Tyranids, you can do whatever you want. Tyranids, you can paint them in any way you want. And the Nurgle in AOS, I feel like, is the same way. You can paint them in so many different ways because there's a lot of skin. And there's a lot of infested skin that is, like free for your own personal interpretation. Okay, very cool. Nurgle maybe even the coolest. Maybe overtaking dinosaurs. What is that? Oh yeah, the weird K. Blah. Nah. I will not even talk about that. Blah. Probably my most hated release in the last couple of years. But Ben painted them and they actually look good. But still, sculpts, I'm not... Yeah. S-tier sculpt. One of the models that I would love to paint. But it's immensely big. So I'm very scared of it. The rest of the models don't interest me. It's like... Nah. Yeah. Slanesh. Nurgle hat sehr gut gegessen in letzter Zeit. Oh ja. Oh ja. Slanish. What else have we got? Chaos. Zinch. Yeah. Nope. And Corn probably also nope. What are the cool big models of Corn? I mean, this is just whack. Does anyone like this? Is there any human on this planet that goes, oh, this looks cool. That's so well sculpted. I think this looks like a kid's toy. This is, I think, how kids imagine the bad guys look. I think it's very silly. Oh yeah, I've just recently painted these guys. And the Bloodthirster and Skarsbrand. Skalsbrand? I mispronounced that. But yeah, also not a big fan. Not my type of models. Gonna lurk and do some hobbying. Have fun, Cryo. Okay, we are done with Chaos. What else is left? Destruction. Oh! Oh! Is this the number one? I think so. The goblins are just funny. They have cool squigs. I'm not a big fan of the squig herds. They have the spider, right? Yes. This is also an S tier sculpt I would love to paint anytime. Please commission me. Please. I want to do these type of models. This is so cool. Alice, shopping. I'm back and Cylinderkopf seems to be fine at the first glance and my Chewie rookie streak is not broken. Nice. No, I'm not shopping, but I got asked which are my favorite AOS factions, and I'm just going through these. I remember we did this a while back with 40k, and now we're doing it for AOS. These are also very cool. This is such a tasteful model. There's so much storytelling in the sculpts. Very cool. I think Cryo told me a little bit about the lore. And I have these. I still have a mini diorama, actually a large diorama in the back of my head. I haven't seen this model yet. This is so cool. I still have this very two-dimensional diorama in my head with a caravan. So like with multiple of these, maybe 3 in a row in a sandstorm or in a snowstorm, and they are connected to each other with like a chain. Also very cool model. Yep, I hate Gloomgedöns. I hate all the moons and mushrooms retro high fantasy. Oh, I really like them. I think they're just they have just so many cool sculpts. Destruction. What else have we got? Uruk, also a very, very cool faction with the what are they called? Cruel Boys. They have like this model S tier. S tier. S tier. All so cool. Very, very cool. Maybe not S tier, but very cool. Absolutely. Why are we not seeing this model more often? Such a cool sculpt. And I agree. All the Warcry stuff is so cool. This is... I'm getting so many ideas just looking at this stuff. I mean, I would probably change the drummer, but these guys catching something, I would love to have this and maybe a jumping goblin jumping over mushrooms, something like that, and them trying to catch it. Very cool model. I will have to screenshot this and put it on a to-do list. Okay. What else? I think we only have one thing left, and that is the Sons of Behemoth. Okay, those are just the trolls. I thought they belonged to the other ones. But obviously very cool. Extremely cool models. King Brod. He is already on my to-do list. Also a model I'm very afraid to paint, just because it's so big, full of detail, and so much going on, but very cool. Okay, what's the summary? I like basically everything from Destruction, and I hate basically everything from Chaos. Yep. I hope that helps. Also, by the way, I got this magnifying glass from my aunt. I think it's very cool. Look at this. I feel extremely sophisticated now. It looks pretty cool. very trippy. All right, let's get back to some painting. And see where we will be ending with this bust. Oh, I love just browsing the website. It just fills me up with ideas. And that's nice. I love the woman who rides the Chimera from Cities of Sigmar. Matt, do you want to step in? Also, hello to Katin over on YouTube. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Came to a good time. We just ended our shopping tour, and now we are back at painting. Painting boost. Also, it's a very weird technique, since light seems to not play as important of a role, since the gold pattern is breaking up a lot of the shapes. That's why I'm a little bit lost. Like, usually in a painting process, it's like, this is missing because I haven't painted it yet. And this is done because I've painted it already. For what do you paint the bust? It was a gift by a member from the community, and I mainly painted to honor the gift. Yeah, that's the main reason. And whenever I do something that is not for a competition, I try to take the chance and experiment. So this is something I have not done before. Painting with this gold crackle effect. And use the chance to do something to expand my knowledge. But I think it's already safe to say this is something that I would need to explore over a series of minis, because just one model, especially this bust, it cannot decide what it wants to be. It cannot decide, do I want to be a statue? Do I want to be an expressionistic blah blah blah? It doesn't know what it is. That's the main issue I'm having when I'm looking at it. I mean, it does have visual interest because it's something I haven't seen, but still at the same time, I'm not sure where this is heading, which is fine. Not everything always has to be clear from the start. Actually, I've been zooming out so far. Let's zoom back in again. And let's take a moment to actually analyze where this is going. I feel like the brightest values here, especially on the hair, can be more extreme. Like this. This is making it pop a little bit more. Interesting sculpt. Looks like a D&D Thiefling sculpt. I like the feeling that she cradles the tentacle. Maybe sort of careful, loving, like a child. Yeah. The sculpts are really cool from Asa. She has a very unique style in busts, I would say. Florian, how do you feel about old world models? Do you think the old sculpts are charming or plain outdated? Good question. Good question. I feel like I'm not a big fan of the sculpts that feel very two-dimensional from the posing. And since I didn't play when with the old Hammer stuff when I was a kid, the nostalgia aspect is missing for me. So I think for many people, when they do Old Hammer, a lot of the love for that faction comes from the love as a child, and I don't have that. So most of the time, I feel it's a little bit outdated, and I probably prefer more of the newer sculpts. Which doesn't mean I don't understand why people like the old stuff. I get it. I think it's very much comparable to liking the original Star Wars. Obviously, it's a less highly produced way of filming, but looking at it from the perspective of it being a product of its time, it's very interesting, and the charm is unique for sure. And the high polished modern stuff from new movies can be very annoying. So that's how I feel like people who like old world models look at people like me who like more the newer stuff. Oh yeah, this bright highlight in the surrounded darkness does a lot of work. Look at that. Also here, this is lacking so much detail. Despise old world models. Despise is a strong word. Okay, getting in some of the sharper edges. This is doing what I wanted it to do. Providing sharpness. Now let me zoom in a little bit. I know you can't see shit right now, but I have the he's painting eyes excuse. Hey, Chappie, what's this new technique? Please teach me, Senpai. Also, good evening. This technique will change your life. The technique no one is talking about. You've never heard of this. Some are cool. The new Chaos Marauders. Well, yes. I would consider the new... I would consider the new Chaos Marauders not new models. Not old models. Those are new models. Let me refine. Now what I did with the brightest highlights, I will now do with the lower shadows. I'm actually tempted to go over this with an oil wash, if I'm being honest. I feel a little bit like the Bilbo scene. Yes, why not? Yes. Wookie-Sound sofort abgeliefert. Zack. Außerdem müsstest du eigentlich noch zehren von dem halben Stunden Wookie-Sound vom letzten Mal. Du wirst heute verwöhnt, mein Lieber. Richtiges Wellnessprogramm. Okay. Giving the backside more of a yellowish, brownish tint does a lot. I mean, you will hear me talk about visual interest many times. Since that's the main thing, I want, when I look at a bust, to be entertained visually. I want to be visually entertained. And I want to be surprised. Are you not entertained? Ben, hast du jetzt was gesagt zum 26. Maltag? Ich glaube nämlich nicht. Und wenn mich nicht alles täuscht, ist das schon diesen Sonntag. Okay. Danke, Senpai. Wie er frech alles überliest. Also habe ich es nicht gesehen. Ja, okay. I like the OG Tron movie, although I don't have nostalgic feelings to it, just cause graphics and universes look so unique. Fair call. I guess the same can be true for OG Star Wars. Jupp. Noch nicht sicher, ob ich da bin. Eventuell bei Muttern und Oma. Fair. Alles klar. Dann weiß ich Bescheid. I will be using now a lot more pure black, dark brown paint for the shadowest shadows. Like this. Like this and that and this and that. Strong. Oh yeah, this is interesting. Look at my shadows. My shadows amazing. Give it a lick. It's astonishingly accurate. Give it a lick. Give your brush a lick. It tastes amazing. No cheating. When was My Horse is Amazing released? Like you can see, I'm not looking it up. So I have no chances. I know already one of you is Googling it. But no cheating. When was this video released? I have no idea. Like I will, my guess will be far off. I'll just say 2008. 89? That early? 2015? After 2000? I would say 2005-ish, 2008. That would be my guess. But I could be completely wrong. Checked. 2009. Well, 2008 wasn't too bad of a guess. Okay, next meme. Now it's your turn. Ask me a question. From which year, which meme? I want to play a game. And the game is called Meme Year When. I'm extremely creative while painting. Oh, to stay on theme, you will never believe when this meme was released. Click here to find out more about these amazing meme knowledges. Rickroll, wow. Malaton. Hello, Neo Huga on YouTube. Welcome. Rickroll is a really good question because obviously the original Rickroll video is like, what, 70s, 80s? But I think that the Rickroll is what it is now. I mean, it's earlier than My Horse is Amazing. That's for sure. But it's also not 90s. In the 90s, there were no memes. I would say Rickroll is... I will take back the... In the 90s, there are no memes. Obviously, that's wrong. I will say the Rickroll is from... Make it 2001. Make it 2001. And now I'm extremely curious. Rickroll was a great call since everyone knows it, but it's like a mystery when it was released. Can someone please, or like feel free to guess first, but can someone please check from when the Rickroll is? Like, when did this start to be a thing? I could also imagine that the internet is like, it's not sure when it started, blah, blah, blah. The black is, by the way, adding a lot of what I want this to be. This is now going into directions where I wanted, like where I envisioned this to go. Rickroll. Wrong. I don't know why I know this, but I generally like the song in a semi-iconic way. 80s nostalgia, I guess. And I remember when the meme took off. Duck Roll came first, I believe. And then Rickroll was offshoot of that picture, but became way more popular. 2007, that late. Okay, over on YouTube, we also got some comments about that. Moin moin, why are you gay? Why are you gay? I really Googled the Rickroll question just 2 days ago. Damn. Omar Cowbell checked 1987. Well, that's probably the original music video, right? And not the origin of the meme. Some claim the Rickroll started in 2009, but someone released a video with proof that they used the Rickroll in 2008. So the meme started in 2009, but it was probably created in 2008. Okay. Wait, My Horse is Amazing and Rickroll come from the same era of memes? What's the first meme that was ever generated? I feel like while researching this, we will hear the word 9gag very soon. I'm not saying that 9gag did the first memes, but I remember 9gag was the thing to hang out and check the latest memes. This is crap. Let's get rid of some of these lines. What's all this? This is a cool sculpt. Like the hair is really, really well sculpted. It's a joy to paint it. I know I'm rushing a little bit through this. Like this is not a 10-hour project thing. But I can still enjoy it, even if I'm painting fast, huh? Rather fast. It's not like I'm speed painting this, but rather fast. Yeah, just pushing the brightest highlights brighter and the darkest shadows darker usually does the trick. Okay, let me take a short break. That why are you gay is quite new, isn't it? Well, someone asked me on YouTube, why are you gay? Neo Höger. Moin moin. The why are you gay is from a Nigerian, or maybe also, is it Nigeria or an African TV show where they invited someone who I think fights for women's rights or something, and the interview just starts with, my first question, why are you gay? It's probably 2018, I would say. Remember, this is Sparta? Well, yes, obviously everyone knew that. I'm also pretty sure everyone has seen 300, the movie. I'm trying to remember my first meme. This is Sparta was so huge. It's all I can think of now. It was everywhere. Inescapable. Yep. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. What's the first meme? I think the first meme I remember of is the Success Kid. That little kid that goes like this. These type of memes were some of the earliest things that I can remember of. Lass mich raus. Lass mich raus. Now we are entering the realm of German memes. I like where this is going. Ja, ne? Wow, Angry German Kid is also an absolute staple. An absolute staple in the meme world. Oh, I have something good that I nearly forgot. Ich bin ein echter Gangster. For all the Germans. Ich bin ein echter Gangster. Ich höre Techno. Crazy. Crazy times. Crazy times and crazy paint. Techno Viking, good call. Techno Viking also absolute legend. Is that a meme though? It's just a cool video, huh? Just a cool video. It's the Techno Viking. Staple. Let me do a little bit of precise painting. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm trying to get as precise as possible now for these tiny things. That's not looking good. Let's get rid of that. That's just too much. Too much going on. More distraction than it's helping to read. This is a very explorative take. But I like what it's doing to my brain. But I think I need to rest it now. Some claim... Wait, Knackig Port says, wait a minute. And we have a first-time chatter. Special welcome to... Polymer, my German favorite, endlich Wochenende, saufen, geil. Was für ein fantastisches Video und was für eine fantastische Art und Weise, sich hier im Stream vorzustellen. Special welcome to you. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Techno Viking vanished as a person. He's one of the few people who managed to stay away from internet cyber retracking. I remember that I got the Techno Viking vid on a burnt CD from a friend from school. That's pretty cool. Rickroll's also a pretty cool video. Agreed. Unironically, I saw him on Instagram yesterday in a "Where is he now" video. Yeah, and no one knows where he is. That's a fake trend. I saw it too, and the person does it for the lols. Oh. We all have the same algorithm, huh? The real one was found in real life and said he stays completely away from the internet and never wanted to be fame. Pretty cool. Source Google. Haben die kein Bandmaß? Was 5 Meter lang ist oder was? Deswegen sind die Norweger auch nicht in der EU. Ja? Absolut legendäres Video. Fun Fact, for the English speakers, probably you don't know the video of Kranplätze müssen verdichtet sein, but for all my Germans out here, fun fact, there is a full documentation on the guy. Like there's a extended version, basically. There's more. It's worth the watch. Don't watch it alone. Watch it with a friend. It's a good laugh. Nicht so tief, Rüdiger! Stark. Auch sehr, sehr gut. My favorite German meme, maybe just because I'm referring to it a lot lately, is Ich bin der Yannick. I'm saying this all the time. Like when I'm playing with my friends, we are saying this all the time. Ich bin der Yannick. Also not the most popular one, but I love it. Ich bin der Yannick. Do you guys think this is looking cool? I have no idea what to think about it. Usually that's a bad sign. I still have the feeling it doesn't know what this wants to be. It's too chaotic. Honest opinions. Kuckucksmilch. Ich bin noch nicht in Malibu. Was steht da drauf? Zerro. Auch eher unbekannt, aber nicht weniger grandios ist: Ich habe dieses Motorrad durch einen Trick gewonnen. Heißt das, sie haben die Not des Spielers ausgenutzt. Fantastisch. Aus dem Hause Elmshorn auch alles großartig. Daumen hoch für die Raucherlache des Jahres. Okay. Mal gucken. Woran hattet ihr liegen, ne? Ja, woran hattet ihr liegen? Oh, Bio ist für mich Abfall auch wirklich so oft gehört. 7% von Stammspieler, das kenne ich glaube ich gar nicht. Where's the golden angle? That's also a good question. I would say this sculpt-wise is the golden angle, but how I place the light, this, which is horrible because then it's you're not looking into the face. So I'll stick to this. Opinions, review. I'll do it like this. Give me some thoughts, and I'll share my thoughts. I know exactly. Let me zoom out a little bit to keep it into perspective. I'm definitely not happy. Always nice to see someone paint and barely see the hand. I'm not sure if that's sarcasm. I'm not very good at keeping my focus and keeping into stack. It's more meant, that's why a third is my face and me talking. It's more about hanging out and not about the painting. I love that kind of conversation. Now some beer and sitting at a table. I also know a Dutch meme, an older guy doing a bungee jump and then starting real bad screaming, alles ist voll. Das kenne ich auch nicht. I think I will leave the bust for what it is right now and return another day with some fresh eyes, more highlights. Yeah, good call. I think I can push this too close to white actually. And I would also want to push in a more, like usually when I paint, I choose one area of focus. And obviously this is usually the face. So probably just getting more brighter areas into this area isn't the worst idea. But it's a very interesting approach to painting because usually if we place the highlights, we have an entire section of a sculpt that we can rely on. And with this, if there's a gold part, maybe you've noticed while I was painting, if there's a gold part coming, I'm not touching that. So the surface that I cover with highlights is per se just smaller and more limited. Like all of this is basically untouched, which is very weird because it's so much in the center and it's demanding attention, but I cannot touch it because of the gold. Like my goal, like when I started this, my goal was to not touch the gold, but maybe I need to retouch the gold by picking up some true metallics. But I do like the way this is something different. Like I haven't seen something like this, but probably there's a reason because it looks weird. I will put it aside. I will finish the stream off with a little bit of assembly of this funny Biophagus. That's something I wanted to do all day, and there's nothing you can do about it. Italian hand demands highlights. You must. Marcos Frizzoni just read. Hello, guys. Today we will do some speed painting. Hello, guys. Yep. I mean, he basically became famous for that sentence. It's so re-recognizable. And I truly think he is the one responsible for the quality and amount of oil paintings in the hobby. I would sign that. I truly believe. Look at this. This is the cutest... This is the cutest assembly I have seen in a while. Alright, let's go. 1 and 2. I can do that. I have assembled a model today that was twice the size of what I thought it would be. So this tiny thing does nothing to me. It has no impact on me. He is so nice. We met him very briefly at Nova last year, but we actually got to talk to him at Adepticon finally. Oh, you went to Adepticon. Nice. Ellie and I met him finally at Adepticon this year, and he is such a sweetheart, dude. I remember you texted me, I think, while you were there, right? And I think he won a demon. And I just saw many stories of him being extremely excited and nervous. But he won a demon for his slug on that slug wave. Which reminded me a lot of his Lord of the Rings entry. I don't know why, but just the shape of the base, probably. I feel like there's so many sweethearts in the hobby. We have a really nice community. There are a lot of nice people. Like all of you guys. Aww. Reject retro wave, embrace slug wave. Zach, I think I might be getting... I think your neighbor is coming to visit me very soon. If I'm not mistaken, Jason is moving really close by. Is living really close by, huh? I'm giving him a tour through Munich since he's coming over to Germany. I don't even know what that heavy body means. Do you use heavy body acrylics, and why should I use them besides normal acrylics? Old gamer NL. Since Zach doesn't know what heavy body acrylics are, I'll start by explaining that quickly. They are a paint that is, like the name suggests, a heavy body. So they are basically thicker than regular acrylics, and the advantage of this, or why should you use it, is that you can thin them down more easily. Like the density of the pigments is higher, and therefore they are better for glazing and thinning down, so that you can basically have full control over the consistency. Because if a paint is already pre-thinned down, then there's no possibility of making it thicker. But I never use them. That's long story, short answer. I never use them just because I like to have a fair overview of my acrylics, and I just use 90% of the time I just use acrylic paints, and I don't like jumping too much between mediums. That's probably one of the reasons. That's also one of the reasons why I don't like the Sergio Calvo way of painting for myself. I think it's very impressive, but I don't like using the airbrush in the middle of my process a lot. I just enjoy painting with acrylic paints and sticking to acrylic paints all the way. Does that make sense? Also about the heavy body acrylics, something that does not happen with them is that your paint dropper bottles clog, since they're too thick to move. It's so easy. Calvo's stuff is just way too busy for me. He's really talented, but there's just too much going on. Fair. I have returned and honored. Welcome back, my friend. But you do need to shake them. Do you? I thought that's the main reason to use them. That you don't have to shake stuff anymore. But yes, probably it doesn't hurt to shake them. But yeah, that's also the same reason why I don't like the pencils and all that type of stuff. I just enjoy sticking to one type of product and just filling up my color rack in front of me with all different kinds of product. It just takes away space, and I like it to be efficient. And I also, it has aesthetical reasons. I like my color rack to be all sorted and all look the same. That's also one of the reasons why I only use AK. I mean, there could be many different colors from other brands that are similar, or maybe even substituting a color that AK doesn't cover, like Incubi Darkness, for example. But I would be more annoyed by a color pot looking differently in a sea of uniform looking colors than the advantages of having that one specific color. And usually in all other aspects of my life, I'm not that autistic. It's, I don't know what it is. Maybe the designer in me. I like that they are all looking the same. You only use AK. Yes, but AK also has some heavy body acrylics. I have them up here. I mean, the tubes look cool. In general, the packaging from AK is cool. They have an internal designer, which I've been hypothetically in contact with. Okay, cool. Look at this sculpt. This sculpt is amazing. Ah, yes. I have no idea what this tool does, but it does look very cool. What's the reason for the German Abteilung name? That's an excellent question. I have no idea. I assume since most of the names from the wargaming tank world are German driven, and I learned while I was working in China that German names for non-Germans sound like high precision, high performance reliable German engineering, blah, 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 made in Germany, all that type of stuff that is no longer true. There are also a lot of other countries which are capable of doing precision work. But that's how foreigners perceive Germans and German products. And I assume that might be one of the reasons. Just because AK is a Spanish company and they wanted to do something that sounds precise and it fits into the modeling world because there are a lot of German tanks. I have no idea. I'm just thinking loud. I think it means like project or something. Oh, no, Abteilung. What it actually means is it's like company. It's like instead of company of heroes, it's company 502. I'm pretty sure if you look that up, please someone look it up. I'm pretty sure it's a famous company. Not company in terms of a company that produces blah, 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 but a military company. Company Foxtrot or whatever those things are called. I'm pretty sure that it's either a complete fantasy name or it's a name of a company that betrayed Hitler and did something great. I don't know. Oh, what a fantastic sculpt. It refers to a detachment or battalion. Yep. Thanks for your nice stream. I need to go to sleep. 5 o'clock alarm goes off for my shift. Oh, damn, that sounds horrible, man. Thanks for tuning in. I won't do much longer. I'll just assemble the second mini and then I'll call it a day. Tomorrow I have a busy schedule. And I will be preparing and filming a new YouTube video, which is always a lot of work. So I will be filming all day and then I will try to finish the paint job in 2 or 3 days. And then back to the commissions. And back to some Patreon tutorials. I have also some cool things planned since I will be giving a non-metallic metal workshop. I'm also preparing some slides and a handout for the workshop, and those will probably then also go to Patreon. I have a very funny intro. I'm already looking forward to teaching that class because if I'm having a good time, then everyone's having a good time. And I found the perfect funny intro, meme intro to teaching non-metallic metal, and I'm genuinely looking forward to teaching that class. It's a fantastic location. I love the topic and the presentation that I'm preparing. I already love it, and when I love the presentation, then I'm having a good time conveying the topics. Hey, Inferno, welcome to the stream. Good to see your name pop up. Schwere Panzerabteilung. Well, that means nothing else than heavy tank detachment. But does the 502 refer to a famous one? Like, is that something that is historically accurate, or is it just a random thing? Oh man, I love this little. I was just about to say goblin, because this pose is so goblin-y. Look at that guy. I only have to wake up at 6 a.m. to catch you. Well, that's commitment. I mean, I've missed a couple of streams at the beginning of the year, but now I'm back at it. I have a new mat, so I have a green a green cutting mat at the moment. just for the assembly. But it's funny, every time I have an upgrade, it feels like, ooh, something new. And that feels good. Just like getting a new glue or getting new clippers. It's Christmas on a regular weekday. And that's something that's really fantastic in this hobby, I think. How are you? And how is your hobby, let's say hobby life? I remember you were super excited about the Cathay release. What happened since then? This must be like a year ago. A lot has happened. They got a second round of releases. I assume that you've been excited about those too. Did you manage to get some time for this beautiful hobby? What are you making today? Right now, just because I wanted to do this all stream, I'm just assembling this as a little nice closing. But most of the stream I was painting this bust, which is a huge experiment, since there's a lot of this gold coming from the inside and it looks like a patched face. So it's a very experimental approach. I'm not happy where it is right now, but that's one of the things with experiments. You never know where they end, huh? Ooh, you found the definition. Schwere Panzerabteilung 502 was the first unit to receive the field and field the Tiger 1 on the Eastern Front and was one of the most successful German heavy tank battalions. Not the type of good news I was hoping for. But yes. All right. Hey Ryan, good to see you. Welcome in. Slow hobby life. Brought a few new kits, but have only painted a few big Cathay things for my son. With your son? Cool. That sounds good. Wait. Oh, he has 3 arms. Obviously, a gene stealer. Makes a lot of sense. Why am I questioning this? Oh, yes. In you go. Nice. Very nice. And a face, maybe? Oh, yeah. There's a head left. Get you out of there. And then get that little head in there. Nope, this is wrong. He comes all the way up. There we go. I'll just get rid of some of the mold lines by melting them away. Just like this. Okay, that's it. Look at this. Look at this fantastic pair. I love these minis. On Twitch side, good. My army of painters grow ever more. Nice. I got Richard Gray on fairly recently and consistently. More coming too. Very nice. No new German speakers yet. Well, you all have to put it on one horse, and I'm your horse. Oh. Ryan, you came in late. I'm about to close the stream pretty much. I'm not too tired yet, but I'm a little bit sick of painting since I've been painting all day. So if the request is high, I might continue assembling just a second one of these. And let me quickly check in what's going on YouTube. I recently managed to squeeze a clogged bottle of AK vampiric flesh in my left eye. Thanks for that update. I think. Oh no, I still have vampiric flesh in my fast access shelf, but I feel like it's too close to light earth. Like these colors are too similar for me. Like if I would go onto a lonely island, only one of these would make it. Give Chewie a lick. Bye to all. Well, thanks, Mantis. Mantis, you've been in since minute 1. Thanks for joining. And actually, I think I will call it a day. It's 10:30 now. I wanted to go to bed early. So, let's wrap it up, and I'll find a channel to raid. My dear friends, it has been absolutely lovely. Thanks for all the questions. Thanks for all the little meme journey and history lesson. And I will prepare probably some gene stealers for next week so that we can work on the gene stealers. Right now, I'm still in the experimental phase, so I'm not sure if you can see this on camera, but I am really figuring out how to get to the type of results that I want to get in the fastest way. And right now it seems very subtle, but right now this is the direction that I'm going. Also, the sculpt is just so cool. There's so much action going on, but it's all around Japanese brown, because there's a lot of green in this yellow tint. And obviously this is not final, but I wanted this pale, sick greenish color. And I need to figure out how to balance these. So there's still a lot of experimental stuff to do to figure this out. And then I will do a tutorial on what my learnings were. And maybe you've noticed also I've sneaked in some little bits from the other gene stealers. So yeah, that's that. I still need to figure out some things, and then I will be doing a lot of gene stealers on the stream together with their friends, these guys. All right, thanks a lot. I'll see you guys soon, and I'll find a channel to raid. And I'm saying good night. Ciao, ciao.